Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. It is so lucky for you that this system kind of attenuates background noise because they are giving her hell over at the school. First day back to school after break. Good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Sending good juju to all the students and the teachers on their first day back. And the administrators. They need a boost too. Good energy. So yes, my neighbor is out there shoveling. I think we mostly got sleety, icy stuff, and it doesn't look like he's mincing too badly, trying not to fall on his behind. So maybe it's not too bad. Good morning, Jo Neal. Welcome. Looks like there's 3 of you actually on here. There, Carolyn. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Glad you are here. And Abigail pops in for good measure. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, anywho, it doesn't appear to be slippery out there, although they have a weather advisory for driving. So we shall see. But my garbage man was right on time. 5:13, there he was. So we have a cool card today, a really cool card today. And it starts out with, "Isn't it a hoot?" Let's see if anybody can guess which deck it's from. So, yes, busy week here. Busy week here. I don't know how it's going to be with all of you. Hello, Abigail. Hello, Barb. Welcome, welcome. I can't remember who I've all said. I know, Carolyn, I know you rolled before. Nancy, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are up to 5. That is fabulous. Glad to see that. Yes. So, hope you all are doing well. Hope you're all off to a good start on this fine Monday, setting off a week that's going to have a lot of interesting things going on. I think I have like 5 or 6 different meetings this week, some of which are regulars, but quite a few of which are opportunities to see if doors are going to open or close. And regardless of what those doors do, I shall proceed. I shall proceed. So let us begin with some tapping and some breath. And I think we'll run through all the sites just as kind of a reset, a grounding, especially the grounding part. Feels like that'd be really good. So first thing is I want you to imagine roots coming out through the soles of your feet and the base of your spine and going down into Mother Earth. Deep tap roots. You've got all the little feeder roots that nourish you, that run along the surface as well, but these are the deep tap roots that anchor you firmly to Mother Earth. You're still allowed to move around. You're free to move around the cabin, but you're grounded deeply. Grounded, just feel that. Just feel that. Fully settled into your body, this vehicle that you have for this round of being on Earth, and grounded fully. All right, so let us start with some tapping. Side of the hand. And there may or may not be words. We'll see what comes to me. But this is just your reset button. Whenever you're finding you're having a hard time shifting gears, just tap your reset button. It's by your baby finger. Inside corner of the eyebrows. Outside corner of the eyes. And just notice, pay attention within. Do you feel energy shifting? For me, things start to slow down. Under the eyes. Under the nose. Under the mouth. And I have a little heart right on my cheek here from when Abigail said hello to her Aunt Barb. Collarbone. And that kind of fits with yesterday's hemisync that I did, which under the arms, was on good relationships. Good relationships. I figured that was a good one to do given needing some dust to settle in my life. And around the crown of the head. Feels like one more round would be a good idea. So inside corner of the eyebrows. Just calibrating everything. Outside corner of the eyes. And if you've got words that are coming to you, put them out there for yourself. Under the eyes. Under the nose, settled and grounded. Under the mouth, fully aware. Collarbone, focused and concentrating. Under the arms, fully present. And and around the crown of the head, ready for this day. Nice deep breath in. And out. Ooh, that felt good. Let's do one more. In. Out. And I am grateful that my nose is finally clear enough I can take a full breath. That cold lasted long. Good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. It was a hanger-oner. Actually, my sister ended up taking my dad to the Quickie Care Clinic yesterday just because she wasn't quite sure if what was going on with him was another bout of pneumonia. It was not, thank God. And they did a COVID test and a flu test, and he had his shots, and those were negative as well, so they decided it was just a cold. But when you're 91, you don't mess around with that stuff. So he is fine, and she is relieved, and on we go. So our card for today, I'm going to call it A Little Blast of Spring to Come. So it comes from the Notes from the Universe on Abundance deck from Mike Dooley. And I was wondering if any of you were picking up on the Isn't It a Hoot? That's very Mike Dooley-esque. So this is our card deck for today. And here's our little blast of spring. Isn't that nice? Happy little flowers, in the words of Bob Ross. Happy little flowers. Yes. So, breath in. Breath out, opening to receiving this message, opening to letting it settle into your system, all the cells of your being, wherever it needs to be harbored the most, that's where this message is going to go. All right? That's your intention. Breathe in. Breathe out. Isn't it a hoot? Of all the people in the world who truly get it, few actually give it to themselves. Whatever it is you want, start. Give yourself compliments, praise, and presents. Give yourself time, permission, and love. Hugs, kisses, and smiles. Winks, laughs, and applause. And I will give you even more. Now, please, the universe. So, a broader message that's kind of implied in this is we are the captains of our own ship. If we're seeking something outside of ourselves, we've already missed the boat. Go within. Go within. Where do you find what you're looking for? Within. And I was working with someone last week, a client, and she said, in the beginning, when you said, go within, there was nothing there. I didn't get anything. It was crickets. She said, but the longer I went within, the more I began to notice what was truly there. This is my words to her, but it required a certain kind of settling, a certain kind of expectation, a groundedness, a something that it took her a while to cultivate. And once she had cultivated it, then that rich inner life was available to her. That guidance from within that is so valuable, so important as we're steering our ship. And that doesn't mean that we never seek resources outside of us, or that we never ask for an opinion, or we never consult an expert, whatever. My dad's idea of expert was X is a has-been and spurt is a drip under pressure. But nonetheless, there's nothing saying we can't go without. But we have spent far too much time valuing the opinions of others and seeking sources outside of ourselves instead of that silence and going within. And sometimes, especially in the beginning, enduring some discomfort. It's like, I was watching a show yesterday where it was a farmhouse with a bunch of outbuildings, and it was going to be torn down, and these two pickers were allowed to go in and take whatever they wanted. Every room was jammed full. Every room was jammed full. And so they're picking their way through, and there's cobwebs and there's all the stuff, bat droppings and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes that's kind of what it's like going within. We got to pick through the guano to get to the good stuff. No school by you. No school by you. Well, glad you get to have a cup of coffee with us. That's awesome. Here, I'm pretty sure they're going to have school. Well, they hardly ever close here. But, and it doesn't look like there was a sheet of ice. They said several hundredths of an inch. Ice is ice, in my opinion. But the neighbor, who's an older guy, was just out there shoveling, and he didn't seem like he was slipping and sliding. So I think we have school. So glad you're getting a day off. One extra day of Christmas break, right? So what I want to do is read this again very slowly with pauses, meaningful pauses, so it really sinks in that this is in our wheelhouse. We can do this for ourselves. And as we do it for ourselves, the universe responds in spades. So it's an inside job first. So, breath. Let it go. Isn't it a hoot? Of all the people in the world who truly get it, few actually give it to themselves. Whatever it is you want, start. Give yourself compliments, praise, and presents. Give yourself time, permission, and love. Hugs, kisses, and smiles. Winks, laughs, and applause. And I will give you even more. Now, please, the universe. So as we begin to do all these things for ourselves and go within and trust our inner guidance, the universe again responds in spades. Let's make it happen. Have an awesome Monday, especially those of you who get the day off. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.